Hello everyone, Glacier here. Welcome to a game Ant told me to play called Vincent, The Secret of Myers. I thought this game looked neat when she showed me it. Uh, Dino is accepting donations on dino999z.itch.io. As far as I'm aware, this could be a demo, but I didn't see any other versions, so we'll see. If you enjoy my games and would like me to cover some of the expenses in making Vincent, you can now do so. If you can't donate, please consider leaving a 5-star rating or recommending this game to your friends. This will also mean a lot to me. And as always, thank you all for your love and support. Dino999z. What is this music? I love it. Vincent, The Secret of Myers. So sorry for the cut. I was doing an audio check just to make sure everything sounded good. Should sound decent, hopefully. Okay. Chapters. Okay, there's only 4 chapters. We'll see how much we cover in this episode. This looks insane so far. Good insane, obviously. This game contains jump scares, flashing imagery, and other horror elements. Please refrain yourself from playing if you believe it can affect you in any way. This is a click. I totally knew that. Okay. Escape, right click, game menu, left click or enter, advances dialogue and activates the interface. Space, advances dialogue without selecting choices. S key for screenshots. Dear Monsieur, I very much regret to inform you that we have encountered a new problem. That just as we suspected, that woman is still alive. And the thing we have been long searching for is on her. Kindly let me know how you wish to proceed. Best regards, the Chaser. Tonight at 10. I'll see you at the same location we always meet. Oh. Begin execution. Oh god, what is happening? Dino99z presents. It is believed that personalities are forged through experiences, that when we are first born, we are no different than a ball of clay. As we journey through life, we constantly change, being shaped either by traumatic events or mundanities of everyday life. Even if that's something as trivial as the food you eat, the coffee you buy, or the time you clock into work. These unassuming little things, they alter the paths to our fate without us recognizing it. And of course, when a person loses their memories, their origins are gone. But there is one thing that always lingers at the back of my mind. What would happen if someone gains memories that don't belong to them? I would love to find out what they become. Oh. Oh, this is cool. I like this. Save. My head, it hurts. How long have I been asleep? Being barely able to withstand the pain, I forced myself to sit up. Where am I? What I saw was a luxurious bedroom, embellished in excellent choices of upholstery. Oh my god. With a lavish and upscale decor scorning in the face of modesty. What happened? I struggled to recall anything about how I ended up here. My phone! Where's my phone? I frantically reached into my pockets, but it wasn't there. Shoot, what should I do? What on earth happened last night? How did I end up here? I guess I'll look around first. Maybe something will help me regain my memories. Objective: determine where you are. Tips: click on objects to investigate them. You can end your investigation with the button in the top right corner. Everything seemed oddly quiet outside the window. There were only leaves rustling to the rhythm of the breeze. All I could see in the distance was a boundless expanse of mountains blanketed in forest, stretching as far as the eye could see. Collected evidence: the view. A string of contemporary artwork on the wall brightened the room, each of them vying for attention. Oh, hey look, it's the developer. What about this? I pulled open the drawers next to the bed. G4 travel guide. Is this a travel guide? I skimmed through some of the pages. The content consists of meticulously curated articles and photographs of local attractions. Collected evidence, travel guide. Just a bed, but feels very comfortable. Investigation complete. After making a thorough inspection of the room, I returned to take the travel guide out from the drawer. I quickly flipped through it and found a map included on the very last page. Judging from what I've seen so far, I'm probably in... Yay! G4 district. The G4 travel guide I have in my hand was likely prepared by the owner of the house for guests staying in the room. If that's the case, I would have to be in the G4 district. However, G4 is not a small region. To get a firmer grasp of my predicament, I have to recollect myself and be more specific. What part of it? We were with trees. It wouldn't make any sense if I was in a city. All I saw from the window was a vast terrain of forestry, and there wasn't any trace of other buildings in proximity. A place so isolated, quiet enough that a pin drop could be heard, has to be in the suburbs of G4. G4 suburbs? How'd I end up here? I'm gonna turn the music down a little bit because it's very loud for me. I felt myself getting more and more bewildered. Suddenly, a succession of footfalls outside my room interrupted my thoughts. Is someone else here? Should I go check it out? Tips: make sure to save regularly. That's a... Yeah, sure. Let's leave the room to investigate. I die. Shoot, my head. It hurts. But it'd be a waste of time for me to stay here. Maybe the person outside knows something. I got out of the bed and made a beeline to the door. What? The lobby was shrouded in darkness. All I could faintly discern were the contours of a bar room set up in front of me. A bar counter? The possible scenario is that I passed out here after getting drunk. It could be a hangover. Yet, judging from my surroundings, I highly doubt that a bar is where I'm at right now. To me, this place seems more like someone's residency. Whose house could this possibly be then? I have no clue. Behind me, I heard the stomping of something approaching at an accelerating tempo, striking my eardrums with heavy percussion that were almost deafening as it continued to grow in strength, and my racing heartbeat began to resonate with it. What's going on? Cautiously, I looked back and died. What is that? The scene in front of me is an utterable atrocity. A disfigured face half sawed off with fresh blood oozing out from its remaining pores, making small puddles on the floor. Its disproportionate bulged eye is filled with contempt, while every broken capillary and vessel extended across the I can't say these words! Sclera, emitting disparate discharges. Okay. And the only thing that even looked close to human was its force-controlled grin, contorted grin. Live or die! I backed away quickly and was able to see the full form of this creature. Blood was gushing out from every crevice of it, looking like it could collapse into a pile of limbs with the pull of a string. Waving its claw in the air, it snarled at me with an unfathomable anguish and began to approach me. What should I do? Punch it. Well, quick! I have to attack! I grabbed whatever object it was on the table, backed off a good distance and flung it at the monster, but with my debilitating headache I hardly had any strength. It didn't seem very effective. Guys, I think I died. Guys, I died. Aw, is that me? Adorable. Run it back. Since we're here, let's see what happens if we continue to rest. Ugh, my headache. It's unbearable. I think it'd be better for me to rest a bit more. It could be dangerous to investigate when I'm this worn out, so no need to rush. I lay down, nestled into the velvety bed, and tucked the blanket snug over me. Oh, and there was an eye in the bottom left. Soon, I was asleep before I realized it. Yet I never had the chance to wake up again. We know how this ends. We have a very good idea of how this ends. Hi, bud. Alright, this time let's not do something stupid. I feel like if we try to get out of the house, that would end the game. So, yeah, run back to the bedroom. There is no way I can fight this with my headache. I need to hide. I sprinted back to the bedroom, slammed the door, and locked it as fast as I could with my remaining strength. It is angry. I held my breath firmly as the monster banged on the door, trying to shred it apart, stifling my audible panting. Is that it walking away? Is it gone? Am I safe now? I tried to regain my composure in increments. But I'm trapped here now. What should I do? Distress had me overwhelmed. Yeah, I went sleepy sleep. Ugh, my headache. It's unbearable. I think it'd be better for me to rest a bit more. I'll figure out how to get out of here once I feel better. I lay down, nestled into the velvety bed, and tucked the blanket snug over me. There was no eye this time. Soon, I was asleep before I realized it. But I never had the chance to wake up. Huh? What time is it now? Slowly, I opened my eyes. Hello. I was greeted by a figure sitting in the darkness at the edge of my bed, staring at me with his eerie eyes. Why is it blue now? Who are you? For some reason, he was amused by my uneasiness. Relax, my dear, he laughed. I was simply demanded by the owner of the mansion to keep an eye on you and make sure you're not causing any trouble. Mansion? I'm in a mansion? How'd I get here? And who exactly are you? I gave him a wary glance and covered more of my body with the blanket. Who am I? With his head tilted, he looked at me, seemingly entertained. My name is Victor Blake, and I'm good friends with the owner of the mansion. Victor Blake?
Victor Blake.
Victor Blake. What an interesting voice. I calmed down and started to take a closer look at this man. He was wearing a tasteful black bow tie and had vibrant, stylish red hair. But the most striking bit about him had to be his unusual eyes and arms. Are those mechanical prosthetics? Well, as for how you ended up here, I'm personally quite curious about that as well. So he has no clue how I got here either. What else should I ask him? Did you see that petrifying monster with blood oozing out of its body? A monster? He seemed puzzled. Oh, let me guess. You're talking about those cyborgs, huh? Cyborgs? And there's more than one of them? Don't be so worried, my dear. They're just Vincent's little pets. Vincent? Who is that? And what kind of person would keep those things as pets? Who's the owner? You mentioned that you were not the one who owned this mansion. Place. Who's the owner, then? The owner? His name is Vincent Edgeworth. How should I put this? He's quite an adorable man, yet could be extremely dangerous at the same time. Vincent Edgeworth. For some reason, his name rang a bell. Have you been watching me sleep this whole time? Indeed I have, my dear. In fact, I'm getting quite envious seeing how peacefully you slept. I felt my cheeks warming up despite having no familiarity with him. What happened to your eyes and arms? Victor went silent for a moment. Well, what can I say? There are things in our lives that won't always go our way, huh? He shrugged his shoulders, smiled, and my question seemed to soon be forgotten. If Victor doesn't know how I ended up here either, then there's no need for me to keep asking him questions. Well then, I guess it's time for me to take my leave now. I lifted the posh blanket to the side and got out of my bed. Please thank Mr. Edgeworth on my behalf for providing me with such a nice room. I started to make my way towards the door. May I ask where you're heading to, my dear? Victor looked at me with curiosity. Where I'm heading back to... I felt my hand tighten on the door handle like a vice. I struggled to come up with a response. Where am I going? Where is my home? I realized that I had not simply forgotten what happened last night. I had lost all my memories. Uh-oh. Vincent, The Secret of Myers. Magic. No name, no cash, no ID. I'm not even in a position to be a vagabond. Oh, darling, please, don't be so distressed. You have to realize, losing your memories could also be a blessing. Countless people are imprisoned by their own memories. They try their best to let go, yet cling to them at the same time. But you, on the other hand, are given a second chance. Isn't that wonderful? I'll be honest, even I'm getting a bit jealous. I see where his point's coming from, but seriously, what could be worse than being homeless? I sighed again. Victor, how many times do I have to tell you? Quit smoking in my mansion. Well, 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 speak of the devil. If it isn't my dear friend Vincent. Vincent? So he's the owner of this mansion? Madam, if this man has caused you any trouble, I could call the police and have him arrested right away. I think I'm good, thank you though, I responded awkwardly. Are those two really friends? Vincent, may I ask if you're the owner of this mansion? Indeed I am. He smiled. My apologies for not introducing myself properly. My name is Vincent Edgeworth, and I am the owner of this mansion.
Vincent Edgeworth.
Edgeworth! Oops! May I have your name, madam, and the reason for your visit? The reason for my visit? So I was the one who came here to begin with? I wasn't sure how to respond. It's a shame, Vincent. It appears that our guest has lost all her memories. Victor came to my rescue. Is that so? How interesting. If that's the case, shall we decide on a new name for you then, madam? I guess he's right. A temporary name would be better than nothing. Well then, what should my name be? Glant. The return of Glant. Should I go by Glant? Glant. Please call me Glant. Such a stupid name. Please call me Glant.
Amazing.
Glant. Very good. It is my great pleasure to meet you, Glant. You seem a bit distressed, and I'm assuming you have many questions on your mind right now. Is there anything I can try to help you with? Vincent might know something valuable that will reopen my memory banks. What should I ask him? Mr. Edgeworth, please tell me, how did I end up here? How'd you end up here? Glant, I regret to inform you that I don't know either. The truth is, my butler was the one who heard the peculiar knocking sounds on my door last night. When he went to open it, he saw you face down on the stairs, unconscious. Since we know nothing about you or the reason you were here, we decided to place you in the guest room for the time being. Vincent's words sent me deep into thoughts. Why on earth would I come to his mansion? What was that monster? Earlier today I saw some sort of creature I've never seen before. Something that seemed half human, half robotic. What exactly was that? Oh, my dear Glant. It appears that you've already met one of my friends. But promise me, would you? Do refrain from feeding them if it isn't their mealtime yet. I guess it would be a fitting appetizer for them, am I not? Did I have anything on me when I arrived here? Speaking of that, we did find this in your pocket. He handed me a business card. The card was mostly unrecognizable, except for the huge M-shaped logo. Myers Corporation? I pondered where I've heard of this name. Why would I own a business card of someone working there? What is Myers Corporation? I looked up and asked. Myers Corporation is a world-famous mechanical engineering corporation based in the G4 district, said Victor. That was Victor, oopsies. It's also the first company that was able to develop highly flexible mechanical prosthetics. But unfortunately, this company was forced to declare bankruptcy due to a horrific incident that took place 5 years ago. A horrific incident? The G4 cyborg incident. Vincent seemed displeased at even the mention of it. The G4 cyborg incident? What happened? Both Vincent and Victor fell silent for a moment, as if they were debating if I should even carry the knowledge of this event. In January 2080, a notable number of citizens mysteriously went missing in a single week. Victor finally started speaking again. They disappeared without any sign, as if they'd evaporated into thin air. No wills, no corpses, no bloodstains, not a single trace. But there was one thing those people had in common. They were all last spotted near the G4 district. Who would have enough power to make hundreds of citizens disappear in a single week? Naturally, the police suspected Myers Corporation, a mega international monopoly located in the G4 district. Nonetheless, Myers Corporation refused to admit that they had any involvement in this matter. After a year-long investigation, the police accidentally discovered a secret chamber located in the basement of the corporation. Inside the chamber, there was a group of cyborgs. Cyborg? Isn't that the thing I saw before? It would be natural for you to assume those cyborgs were the missing citizens, but the truth is more gruesome than that. The truth was, those missing citizens were used as cattle feed for the cyborgs. As for where the cyborgs themselves originally came from, nobody was really sure. Even in the light of this discovery, Myers Corporation still firmly denied the fact that they had ever granted permission for such an inhumane experiment. With help from an attorney, one innocent employee was convicted. He was sentenced to life without parole, yet the company itself was free of any charges. However, that was not the end of the story. 2 months later, the attorney suffered serious injuries from a vehicle accident and was one step away from getting killed. Within the same year, all core members of Myers Corporation were found brutally murdered. The perpetrator behind these horrific acts was never found. To this day, people still mysteriously vanish in the G4 district. Rumor says that the spirits of the victims from the experiment are still wandering the streets, taking the lives of those unfortunate enough to cross paths with them. Victor's story sent shivers down my spine. I was not expecting such a chilling urban legend from the G4 district. Victor, may I ask how you knew all of this? The answer to that's simple, Victor laughed. Both Vincent and I are former employees of Myers Corporation. Victor, I must say that I'm quite impressed by how much you still have that story committed to memory, Vincent said sarcastically. Ahem, ahem, ahem. Victor tried to cough it off. He glanced at the clock on the wall, and seemed to be a bit troubled by the time. Well, well, story time's over. I shall take my leave now. Vincent, join me for a drink at the pub tomorrow night, won't you? And it was a pleasure to meet you, my dear Glant. Victor left the mansion. After that, Vincent helped me settle into the guest room. I save. I thanked him and returned to my room to get some rest for the night. It was around midnight when I was quietly laying on my bed with my mind racing. I kept thinking about what Victor had told me. The missing G4 citizens, the cyborgs in the basement, and the mysterious Myers Corporation. I took the card out of my pocket and scrutinized it under the moonlight. Why was this all I brought with me to Vincent's mansion? Oh, hey, look, it moves. What exactly did I have to do with Myers Corporation? There's only one place I should go to find out. That is the Myers Corporation itself. Why are we here? Objective: enter Myers Corporation. Tips: click on arrows to move around. Any items you collect will be in the top left corner. You can speed up the scene transitions by double clicking. Forward. Looks like the main gate is locked shut. I'll have to find a different way to get in. What was that? Fear. I feel like if I follow it, I'm gonna die. Having said that. Located in the G4 district, Myers Corporation is an innovative company and research institute specializing in the application of mechanical prosthetics. The founder, Mr. Myers, believes that there's a reason why humans have become Earth's dominant species is because we were given the ability to innovate. And the application of such abilities should be used not only in tool making, but also in amplification of mankind's advantages. Therefore, Myers Corporation is committed to redefining the balance between machinery and human body, and a large number of Myers employees have undergone some degree of modification. As a result, they exemplify excellent working abilities, and are for this reason more competent than most ordinary people. Myers, a murderer. That's what the graffiti says. Looks like there isn't a back gate either. Wait a second. I shouted. Oh my god. Oh, hey, what's up? Sorry about that. I was busy with my work and didn't see you there. His work? Work? What kind of work? Oh, I'm a janitor if that wasn't apparent. My name is... You can just call me Dino. Huh? Dino. So he's a robot. My job is to keep this place absolutely spotless, not leaving even one trace of dust. This guy's outstandingly suspicious. Who do you work for? Who do I work for? Oh, no. You see, I call cleaning my job, but it's actually just my hobby. It's like I'm self-employed. Yeah. Is there anything else I should ask him? What do I have to do with Myers Corporation? Myers Corporation? Nothing really. I'm just a janitor. I didn't catch your name. What was it again? My name is... But seriously, just call me Dino. You know, you really resemble Michael Myers, right? Good catch, miss. In fact, I am Michael Myers' #1 fan. His graceful and elegant modesty is something all of us should aspire to. Why did I ask him something like that? You know, come to think of it, Myers Corporation is pretty amazing. Even though it's been abandoned for over 5 years, you can still find new garbage here every day. New garbage? What do you mean? You know, all kinds of garbage. Sometimes you find cyborg corpses, and other times you find new graffiti or posters. Just all kinds of weird stuff. Dino's response only produced more questions in my head. Abandoned for over 5 years? Yet still having new things show up every day? There's only one explanation for that. That is, Myers Corporation is not entirely abandoned. To know for sure, I need to find a way to get in. Dino, do you know if there's a way to get into Myers Corporation? About that. From what I've heard, Myers Corporation has a secret employee passageway. Maybe something around here can reveal the entrance, but that's all I know. A secret employee passageway. Objective, investigate alternative employee passageway. Code. Is this a keypad? Oh no. Okay. Some random English letters and numbers. Is this some kind of encoded message? What's it trying to say? I suck at puzzles. I'm going to take a picture of this for later use. I have a bad feeling about this. I don't know if I want to get any closer to that. Okay, so that code is all we have. My first instinct is to just try and put it in alphabetical order. So let me do that real quick. Hold on, wait. There's significantly more numbers. Okay. Access denied. Okay. Oh, it's murderer. The code is murderer. Okay. I thought it looked like this spells something. Murder. Access granted. That's probably not what you want to put as your access code. Oh, looks like you've successfully opened the secret passageway. Right. Oh, right. But where exactly is it? I feel like it might be behind this guy. Okay. Oh. Save. Is this the secret passageway Dinah was talking about? Hopefully. After entering, what I saw was another gate shut tight in front of me. Well, I guess there's a second barrier. What's this? Is it some kind of iris scanner? I placed my face right in front of it. Sure enough, looks like I have to find another way to circumvent it. I have a great idea. Yeah, I planned on taking your eyeball. You didn't jump scare me. Well, looks like I don't really have a choice now. Should I remove the eyeball? What could go wrong? What just came over me? What was that chamber I saw? Collected item, the cyborg's eyeball. Left click to choose objects you'd like to use. The chosen object will be highlighted in red. Clicking the object again will deselect it and resume the normal investigation. There's no reason for me to approach that cyborg now. Thank you for your traumatic flashbacks. Hey, it worked. Sudden fear. Investigation completed. Successfully entered the secret passageway. Good evening, my dear Monsieur M. Is there anything I can do for you? 1 minute. You're 1 minute late. My most sincere apologies, my dear Monsieur M. I am deeply ashamed of my behavior. I heard that you had something important to tell me. Is that true? Yes, sir. I have good news and bad news. Oh? The good news is, according to a reliable source, she has awakened. But the bad news is, she doesn't seem to remember who she is. That is quite unexpected. Well, what's your plan then, my dear Monsieur M? Mr. Myers. A plan? I don't have one. All we need to do is sit here and wait for her arrival. Monsieur M, Mr. Myers. Okay. Chapter 1, The End. The first thing that caught my eyes as I entered Myers Corporation through the secret entrance was a dark and narrow passage. I couldn't see the end of the passage. The only thing that allowed me to make out the outline of my surroundings was a small amount of sunlight coming in from outside. What's waiting for me at the other end of the passage? I don't know. At that moment, I didn't feel fear. Only doubt filled my heart. My mind kept going back to the secret chamber I saw when I took off the eyeball, and the cyborg that kept approaching me. What on earth was that? Was it an illusion, or was it just my imagination? And yet, everything seemed so real. At that moment, it was as if I wasn't really in that secret chamber. That repression, fear, and despair I felt. That kind of intense feeling that I couldn't find words to describe. There are many ways to explain what I saw. Waking up to find yourself in a mysterious mansion, having lost all your memories, and the first thing to greet you is a broken cyborg? No matter who you are, you'd start making some strange assumptions. This must be the result of me being overstressed, I said to myself. But deep in my mind, there seemed to be another voice whispering to me. Everything you saw really did happen. Objective, enter the Myers lobby. Oh, it's blood. A puddle of blood. To be honest, this is not what I wanted to see, but I'm starting to get used to it. From the shape of the blood splatter, it looks like a body has been dragged deeper into the tunnel after someone was killed. I squatted down carefully and dipped my fingertips into it for some reason. No hallucinations. Nothing bad happened this time. But I rubbed my fingertips with my thumb. The puddle of blood, it's not completely dried up. In other words, I may not be the only uninvited guest here. I need to be careful. Lovely. Who was that? You're cordially invited. Is this an invitation? The bottom half of the invitation has been burned, so I can't see what came after. But on the invitation, someone was written. I just died. Oh my god. But on the invitation, someone has written a small paragraph with a pen that looks like it'd been added afterwards. Do you like parties? Enjoying good food and drink? Strengthening relationships? The fact that there is a party proves that there is a day to be celebrated. But unfortunately, happiness and disaster are not absolute. They are interdependent and can be transformed into each other. In what looks like a charming backyard hidden beneath the lawn could be ugly, wriggling insects. What may seem like a good time to you may be a shadow that lingers for the rest of his life. Okay. The nightmare began. A number code. This should be the end of the employee passageway. To be honest, it's not as long as I thought it would be. But before that, I looked around and took a deep breath. Anybody here? I called out into the passage. For some reason. Oh. For a moment, I thought I heard a low, vague reply. But it was just a distorted echo of my own voice. Strangely enough, the figure I had just seen is now inexplicably gone. And there's an even trickier problem at hand. If I want to get access to the lobby, I'll need to enter a 4-digit code. Well, in this case, I started thinking. I just want to do my puzzle. Just then, a screeching noise came from behind me that interrupted my thoughts. What was that noise? I'm gonna die. Coded door. I need to enter a 4-digit code. I don't know what the code is yet. Using brute force would just be a waste of time. The day the nightmare began. What? Is this some kind of toy? I don't quite understand, but it looks like an arm. With arms. But more importantly, I'm pretty sure this thing wasn't here before. That strange noise from earlier could have been the sound of it falling. Who's following me here? And what do they want? Investigate the toy? Yeah. A blood-stained arm with arms. It looks like some sort of toy. The blood on the toy is not completely dried, which makes me wonder if it's from the same person as the blood on the floor. Maybe I should pick it up and take a closer look. Maybe not. Myers Corporation. That's the goal of everyone at G4. A place to make dreams come true and parents proud. At least, that's what I thought. I'll never forget the day I came to Myers. My excitement and exhilaration inevitably mixed up with nervousness. Because to me, it was the reward for my years of dedication and hard work. To think, every single elite in Myers can relate to that. But who would have thought that behind this company that so many G4 residents longed for, there was only filth, sin, and blood that would never dry up? Who am I? I'm no longer human. At this time, I can't even remember my own name. Every day now, I can only wander aimlessly around Myers. What am I struggling to find? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, 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 I don't know. Oops. I only wish Someone could put me out of my misery. What? Sad. What is this? Where have I arrived at? The hand with hands. The arm with arms. Phew. Okay, John. Calm down. It's just a job. I just need to smile and politely introduce myself to everyone. Okay, okay. 3, 2, 1. Nice to meet you. My name's John. Wouldn't this seem a bit too emotional? Start over, start over. 3, 2, 1. Nice to meet... Oh, are you John, the new guy? Victor! Welcome to Myers. In case you don't know, I'm the Chief Investment Officer, Victor Blake. Ah, nice to meet you, Mr. Blake. No need to be so formal. Just call me Victor. Looks like you've done all the paperwork to get started. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know where your desk is. Yes, I've done it all. Very good. Have you finished the online courses for the G4 district as well? Online courses? Could it be that this is your first job? Yes. Actually, I've just graduated from college. Oh, is that so? Your parents must be very proud of you being able to work in Myers right out of college. But even so, you have to complete the G4 online course. It's mandatory for every employee on the job. Don't worry, it's just trying to teach you etiquette and how to behave properly. You know, don't get physical with your coworkers and things like that. Shh, let me tell you, I've never really paid attention to their lectures either. Oh, really? That's not good to hear, Director Blake. Vincent? Yeah. In fact, I believe you're the one who needs these courses the most in the company, Mr. Director. Need to remind you of a great feat last night when you vomited all over the floor in the lavatory of my residence. I must say your etiquette and behavior are quite impressive, Mr. Blake. Oh, my dear Vincent, what brings you to the investment department? I just happened to be passing by. It seems that Mr. Myers wants to discuss some important matters with me. So, who is this? Myers' newest employee, John. As of today, John is a member of the investment department. Hello. John, is it? Nice to meet you. I am Vincent Odgeworth. You have my sympathies for being assigned to this man's department. If he ever treats you badly, you are welcome to transfer to the legal department anytime. We are located on the other side of the company. Okay, understood. Oh, congratulations on your success in hyping Myers out, Vincent. Victor, that was already 2 months ago. So you're the famous lawyer who defended Myers in the G4 Cyborg incident? I heard your performance in the courtroom was incredible. I'm very flattered, John. It was indeed me who defended Myers, but I wouldn't consider myself famous. Vincent had his hands full with this for a while. Good thing he can finally relax now. Aren't you saying that too soon, Victor? Anyways, I must get going. I can't keep Mr. Myers waiting. It was my pleasure to meet you, John. Welcome to Myers. You're lucky to meet Vincent on your first day. Even I don't see him very often at work. That guy's attitudes towards others has improved a lot since college, but he hasn't changed a bit towards me. Since college? Were you and Mr. Odgeworth college classmates? Not only that, we were also roommates. And they were roommates. Although he seems very gentle now, he was quite aloof to everyone back then. His pretty face may have won the hearts of many girls, but his cold and arrogant attitude did offend many classmates as well. However, what does remain unchanged is his perseverance and determination. I can already tell people ship those two. When Vincent was in college, he had only one goal, and that was to get his dream job at Myers. Then, he was just as busy as he is now, always working late into the night to achieve his goals. But as you can see, hard work does pay off. He is now the Chief Legal Officer at Myers. Alright, John. I think it's time to give you some personal space to finish these tedious courses. If you have any questions about the company, please come by my desk. I hope you enjoy your time in Myers. I'll see you later. Mr. Blake feels like a very easygoing boss, but what's his mechanical prosthesis all about? What has he been through? And Mr. Odgeworth, too. What Mr. Blake said made me want to know more about him as well. Anyways, this is not the time to think about. Why am I yawning so much? Anyways, this is not the time to think about that. The day the nightmare began. Speaking of which, I haven't even checked out my own desk. It's time to see what's around here. A calendar. It may have been left behind by the previous employee. Okay, there's February 20th, 26th, and also April 17th. I'm going to put those in my phone. What's this? A little poster note. There are 2 pieces of candy next to it. To John, welcome to Myers Corporation. To celebrate your joining, we have a very special gift for you. That is the figurine of Myers Corporation's mascot, Meyer-chan. Very lovely, isn't it? Anyways, we hope you'll enjoy your time at Myers Corporation. Myers Investment Department, April 2081. The mascot of Myers Corporation, Myers-chan. While many people are not fond of its look, it's rumored that Mr. Myers designed it himself, so no one dares to say anything. Huh? I wasn't done in there. What was that? Just as before, I seem to be seeing memories from the past that do not belong to me. What on earth is going on here? By interacting with certain items, you can trigger events from the past. You can use this ability to help solve puzzles you're facing right now. A computer. I need to use it to finish my work. Huh? What's this? Looks like the last employee here forgot to quit his group chat account. Oh. Member 1? Member 1? Have you heard? Hey, have you heard? Winston Loomis was the one behind the G4 cyborg incident. He got a life sentence. Winston? You mean the one who always wears shades, doesn't say a word, and has a bit of a hunchback? That's so unexpected. It's true that he doesn't really have any friends, but he doesn't seem like a bad person either. I disagree. This guy's always seemed kinda suspicious. I feel uncomfortable every time I see him. Is Winston really the mastermind of the G4 cyborg incident? Something doesn't add up. Huh? What do you mean? How should I put this? This guy doesn't really seem like the type that could drag that many people into the basement to experiment on them. Maybe he had helpers, who knows? That's not what I'm saying. You see, this guy doesn't speak much and hardly has any friends at Myers. In that case, wouldn't he be the best person to pin everything on? Hey, what the heck are you thinking? You'll be targeted by the company for saying that. Huh? This is just a random thought. Anyways, let's change the subject to something more uplifting. I heard that if everything goes well, the company will host a party after all of this. I'm sure it'll go well. After all, we have Vincent. Party? When? Well, I think on a Thursday, 2 months from now? I don't remember the exact date. Thursday? Dang it, I work overtime every Thursday night. I know when the party is, but I can't go either, because I'll be on vacation at that time. Vacation? That sounds nice. I'm pretty excited about it too. I haven't been in touch with my parents for a long time. However, I'm enjoying the thought of getting close to Victor at the party. You little... speaking of that, I did hear that Myers is having a party in a few days, but this is strange. If the employee sitting here is just on vacation, why would the company let me take over his desk? I have a lot of questions. The door will unlock automatically after entering the correct answer. Let's try the party day first. No. Okay, yeah, you have to use your brain a bit more. So, the party, 2 weeks from a Thursday. I think on a Thursday, 2 months from now. I don't remember the exact date. Okay. So, it's... Let me know. It's 0416 then. Okay. It's come to my attention, it could be backwards. It's not backwards. So if it's on a Thursday 2 months from now and he's already on vacation, it'd be the 24th. No. It'd be the 23rd. I know how dates work. So 0423 or 2304? I am lost. I mean, I guess it could be the 30th too. It was the 30th. Okay. Save. It worked. I think we're going to wish it didn't. I wish it didn't. Why am I back here? I don't like the whispering. Hey, did you see Victor's face today? I did. It was really scary. What happened? Why is he being so strange today? Don't you know? Vincent was in a very serious car accident last night on his way to the party. He's still in critical condition. Huh? Mr. Hodgeworth? Oh, John, is it? Hello, hello. Please excuse my surprise visit. I just want to come by and say hi. Myers' voice is going to change every single time I voice him. Are you free after work today? Would you mind coming to the basement with me for a short conversation? And you are... Oh, this old brain of mine. How could I forget to introduce myself? Nice to meet you, my friend. You can call me Monsieur M. Investigation completed. Successfully entered the Myers lobby. Lady Glant? And I hate to end things on such a cliffhanger, but I've been recording for an hour, which means that the video is probably going to be at least 50 minutes. And, that's a long time. So, we're gonna have to cut this part of the video off now. But don't worry, we'll be returning Friday to not finish this, I don't think, but to get another third of the way through it, and then we'll finish it off next week. So, thank you for tuning in, everyone. I'm going to have to tune out. Have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, evening, whatever time your day you're having. Have a good one, and we'll catch you later. Don't turn into a cyborg.